Hello everybody, this is Prosper here, and today I wanted to make a video talking about how Warzone 2.0 is already dying. And real quick, to put all these clips for the first half of the video, I compiled a whole bunch of clips together that are just different glitches, bugs, game crashes, things like that are really ruining Warzone 2.0 for a lot of players. Obviously, that's not the only reason this game is dying, and I'll go more in depth on that. Also, real quick, inspiration for this video came from Tim the Tatman yesterday. Uploaded a video titled, I believe it was titled, Let's Talk About Warzone 2.0 or Warzone 2, something like that. But basically, in that video, he brings up the fact that within a month and some change of Warzone being released, it is already being beat out by Fortnite, and even Overwatch 2 is doing better viewership-wise than Warzone 2.0. So within a month, when it first came out, obviously Warzone 2.0 was the most viewed game, but within a month of Warzone 2 being out, it's now being beat out by Fortnite and even Overwatch 2, which is pretty crazy to think about. Sorry if you hear that car in the background. Neighbor just turned on his car, has a loud exhaust on it. But anyways, this clip right here, for context, by the way, I threw it in here because I thought it was kind of weird. I randomly get a lag spike, ping lag spike, that last clip before this flashing glitch thing that happened to me. That last clip, I get a lag spike of like 500 milliseconds, but there's no packet loss. So I thought that was weird. I threw that in. It kind of seems like almost like skill-based matchmaking made me lag to let that guy have a free kill. So I threw that in, but who knows? Could have been my internet. But anyways, that's part of the stability issues in this game. And obviously, a big reason this game is failing is stability issues. I mean, that is a big part of it, but again, it's not the only reason it's failing. So I kind of want to get into why I think this game is failing, and it comes down to game design. At the end of the day, it really comes down to game design. And I will say this to start off this whole rant I'm about to go on why Warzone is failing. And when it comes down to it, they could have made a Warzone 2 that was 10 times better than the original Warzone while not having advanced movement. You heard me right. They could have taken out advanced movement like they did and made a game that was 10 times better than the original Warzone, in my opinion, which obviously they didn't, because to create a game better than the original Warzone, you're going to have to make different design decisions to adapt the game properly if you're going to take out advanced movement. And they did the opposite. All the design decisions they should have not changed, they changed. So let's get into it. The number one issue is obviously going to be time to kill. Time to kill in this game is way too quick. It incentivizes the average Call of Duty player, which we all know the average player isn't that great. It incentivizes them to camp because you got to be really accurate in this game. And you know, the average Call of Duty player isn't that accurate. They just play on the weekends here and there. And with how fast the time to kill is, it makes it so that a lot of these average players are going to be very incentivized to camp. I believe that's how you pronounce that, incentivized, but you guys know what I mean. They're going to have incentive to camp because the time to kill is so quick. And after getting shredded so many times by good players, they are going to start camping, and in turn, that slows down the pacing of this game, making it a boring game. For example, if you watch a Tim the Tatman or Dr. Disrespect stream, even if it's a game they win on Warzone 2, 15, 20 minutes of that 30-minute game are pretty boring. They're just running around, looting, buying stuff from a buy station, not getting into fights. And another big reason for this pacing issue that is killing Warzone 2 is the loadouts. It really feels like, in my opinion, they changed the loadout system just to say they made it different. There's no reason they should have changed the loadout system. It was perfect in the original Warzone, and it would have worked perfectly in this Warzone, even without advanced movement. Especially with a map this big, you need to make it easy for players to get a loadout. And what they did is they decided, and I picture in my head, you know, board members or whoever they are, whoever is making the decisions for Warzone 2, I picture them in a room saying, how do we make this game more action-packed? How do we get these streamers to get better clips? And I could picture somebody saying, I know, we'll make a stronghold, to where that's where you have to get your loadout if you don't wait for it. And then what it will do is it'll make all these teams fight over this one location trying to get their loadout, creating a lot of action, making it faster paced. But in practice, if you just use common sense, the average player not being that good, you're throwing in AI, they aren't, after they try to go to a stronghold a couple times, they're just going to quit. They aren't going to try it anymore. They're just going to wait for the free loadout. And I mean, I can attest, I've seen multiple clips where I've seen players get bodied on an enemy team by the AI, to where my squad didn't even have to fire a shot. They went for the stronghold and got destroyed by AI. I mean, what they did is they made the bar so high to get loadout that average players are going to struggle to get a loadout. And even when the free ones come, a lot of times they're being camped or there's snipers watching them, so you're just going to get killed right away if you go for that free loadout. So it makes it so that these players are even more incentivized to camp because they can't get a loadout easily anymore. They have a quick time to kill, so they die really easily, and they're, you know, if you aren't good at hitting shots, that's going to make you want to camp. And also on top of it, you can't buy UAVs anymore. Well, you can buy one UAV per buy station, and that goes for the whole lobby, but you can't spam out UAVs. I mean, if we think back to the original Warzone, back to the days before Rebirth Island, when we were playing on Verdansk, think about all the times where you would hear a constant spam of UAVs for minutes on end. In this game, it's so rare to hear a UAV. You'll hear a UAV getting called in 2 or 3 times a game. I mean, in the original Warzone on Verdansk, sometimes I would hear 60, 70 UAVs a game being called in because teams would save up all their money and get a whole bunch of UAVs so they could spam them and rush people. What did they do in this game? They literally have made every decision possible to slow down the gameplay to such an extent that it is a snooze fest. It's boring to watch. It's not exciting. And I mean, I know I'm hating on this game, and I will say this, the bones are there for a great game if they switch some of these design decisions I've been talking about. They really can save Warzone 2.0 and make it even better than the original if they switch some of these design decisions I've been talking about throughout this video. I will give them praise in this aspect, and that is proximity chat. Proximity chat by far is the savior of Warzone 2.0. And the only game mode I've really enjoyed on this is Unhinged Trios. If you haven't played it, you land in with your squad of 3, and you can get up to 6 players on a squad. And the reason I love Unhinged Trios, which is what this clip is from right here, so much, is it creates so many possibilities in the gameplay, and it also makes it so people play way more aggressively. And the reason why they play more aggressively is simple. I mean, strength in numbers, you know. Even if you aren't a great player, if you have 6 people on your squad, what are you going to do? You're going to be more aggressive because you have that confidence that your teammates have your back, especially when there's 6 of you. So Unhinged Trios is a highlight, in my opinion, of what Warzone 2 can potentially be. If they really take advantage of proximity chat and create more unique game modes like Unhinged Trios, I think it could be a very popular game, if not more popular than the original Warzone. But right now, they're making every decision possible to slow down the pacing of the game in every way. And they already slowed down the pacing of the game by taking out advanced movement, which by itself isn't a bad thing. But you need to have proper game design around not having advanced movement to keep the pacing where it needs to be. Because nobody wants to play a game where you're only going to get 3 kills in a 30-minute game. That's just a fact. Nobody wants to do that. If the average player is getting 1-2 kills in a 30-minute game, they're not going to come back to play after a few games. They're just going to leave it because it's boring. It's as simple as that. If a game is not fun, people are not going to play it. So that is why the numbers for Warzone 2.0 are already dying down when it comes to viewership. So at the end of this video, I really just want to talk to you guys, whoever is watching. I want you guys to comment down below any issues that I missed. If there's anything I missed, because let's quick recap in this video. I went over all the issues that are killing this game. Number 1, stability. Number 2, the loadout drop system. Number 3, the buy stations with how you can't buy unlimited UAVs anymore. And then number 4, time to kill. I think those are all the points I really hit. Those are the big main ones, I feel like. If you feel like I missed a major point on why this game is dying, comment it down below, and maybe I'll revisit this video idea here soon again and kind of do a recap over it. But anyways, I really feel like, just to sum up this video, again, I want to say it because I love Call of Duty, even playing it since the original Call of Duty 4 back in like 2004 or 5, but or 06, I think. But anyways, I really think this game has the bones, the structure there to be a great game if they just take the advice I say in this video. Bring back original loadout drops the way it worked, just being able to buy them at a buy station. Bring that back. Bring back being able to buy as many UAVs as you want at a buy station. Bring back the time to kill from the original Warzone. I mean, they need to boost that time to kill. It's just too quick. And with those things, just think about it. That would help the pacing of the game. So at the end of the day, it's game design that is killing this game, and they can fix it. It's up to Activision. We will see. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Bye.